Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all smashing it. Happy Thursday, and it is a glorious evening. Well, you know, the other day I did a video on things about what I love about my F32 435i, and yeah, in a previous video I said I didn't think it was going to be as reliable as my 330D. Well, I think I'm going to be right on that. So like we say, thumbnail gives it away. So going to work the other morning, we had an engine management light, not the drivetrain malfunction error which appears on the nav. The actual orange yellow engine management light. So I was like, took it easy. I was already committed to the journey. It was what, 5 in the morning. I was approaching the motorway, so I thought, you know, I've got roadside cover, I'm in the RAC, so let's go. Whatever happens will happen. It got me to work and it got me home. Text Chris in the morning, Chris with the 330D F31 with the rather loud exhaust, my mechanic, guy who maps our cars, and just said, can I pop down later? So the car got me back, and we got it all plugged in. Now he then said, you know, it came up with error codes which are generally emission based, catalytic converters, etc. And he just said, you need to boot it, lad. And I was like, well, I kind of do, but I don't. And then he said, well, what fuel are you using? And I went, and he went, go on. And I said, well, I'm using supermarket fuel, normal, unleaded. Like, well, what fuel did you use in your M3? What fuel did you use in your RS6? And I was like, right. He's like, you know, you've got a 3-litre turbocharged high performance mapped car and you're using basic unleaded from a supermarket. Now, a lot of cars will deal with this probably fine. When you read online, obviously the 435 does want premium grade unleaded, and I haven't been running this on premium grade unleaded higher octane stuff for forever, because when I go to the little supermarket petrol station, they do nice pasta. So I go there and I think, well, while I'm here, I'll fill up. Now, I didn't think it would do anything wrong. So he's like, come on mate, right, first point of call before we go taking the car apart is let's run it on some decent stuff. And luckily the car was pretty low on fuel when I took it to him anyway. So we have I put some decent ESSO, their top grade stuff in, and touch wood, the management light hasn't come on yet. Tom also raised a valid point, and because I'm a bit of a dipstick, rather immature, and I fitted this Airtech induction system, yeah, I basically, because I like the sound it makes, I basically put my foot down and then kind of back off. So I'm dumping loads of fuel into the system, into the caps. I'm not burning it off. You know, obviously them two are explaining bloody ethanol levels, and you know, Tom's going on about, you know, the engine and stuff like that. You know, my knowledge is primitive compared to theirs, so I'm not going to start arguing the toss. Like, so now Tom's like, look, if you're going to boot it, cars like to be driven, so open it up, quiet road, first thing in the morning, open it up, give it a bit of a stretch of the old legs. So, you know, I've done that. I'm trying to be a bit more conscious of me driving, and now I am going to stick with the premium grade unleaded, because let's face it, you know, I probably shouldn't be running this car on supermarket fuel. I'm a bit silly, really. You know, I know it's cheaper. Do you get more miles per gallon? I don't know. You know, it's always, do you notice the extra performance from these higher octane unleaded? Again, you always, it's like placebo effect, isn't it? You kind of think, oh yeah, I've put the expensive stuff in, watch it go. Gorgeous evening out there. I'll just adjust this way so you can, better than looking at me. But yeah, so you do think, yeah, it's gonna make it faster, you know. I'm not really bothered about that, like it's fast enough as it is, but if it's better for me engine, better for me injectors, like my general fuel system, it's cleaner, it's better for me caps, it's better for everything, then yeah, it's like, I'll use it. It might cost me a bit more, but if it's a bit more peace of mind, and I might adjust the way I drive as well a bit now, you know, obviously I enjoy putting it in sports mode and listening to that induction kit, but I am probably just going to have to open the car up a bit in safe places. So yeah, you know, when you see that dashboard light come on, you think, oh heck, I've not had that one, I've had drivetrain malfunction, but this one, that can be anything from, you know, airflow meters. It even said it could even be your fuel cap not securely on, because obviously that creates some form of vacuum in the fuel tank. Also, it was going as far as head gaskets and stuff like that. I was like, wow. So, you know, you have a bit of, you know, the car drove fine, but you have a bit of a panic, like. So, I've never really took what petrol I use in a car seriously. And like I spoke to Dylan today in work with the X3M comp, and I said to him, I said, well, what fuel do you use in this? And he goes, I don't use anything but, and it was the top grade Tesco's one. He's like, I won't use anything but that. And I've had to put standard unleaded in it once just to get to a petrol station. Obviously didn't have that, so people do take it serious. Don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that. I don't know whether most of you obviously have got 30Ds. Do you run it on the higher grade diesel? You know, petrol guys out there with performance petrols, do you run it on a higher octane? I don't know, just generally sharing my experience and my thoughts. I think I'll definitely change now. So yeah, just a little video there, just rally up some interest, just the events of the 435 this week. But yeah, I'll be doing things that I dislike on this car probably very soon. And like I say, I love this car, but I think obviously with my position now, there's obviously, you know, I'm on my own. Can I really afford to do the commute in this car now? Can I afford the repair costs? You know, the 30D, I give it its due. 3 years, other than when it had the EGR, which obviously that flagged up a drivetrain and it went in and had the cooler replaced. It was a recall anyway, it was all paid for. Other than tyres, discs and pads, and obviously aesthetics and me changing like wheels and stuff and adding bits to it, it cost me nothing. It was brilliant. So maybe in a period, maybe I'll look at a 435D or a 335D, or just go back to the trusty old F30 330D and just look for a better spec. I don't know. The thing is this car, you know, it does my head in more than the 30D. ever did. But I love it more than the 30D. So it's going to be a bit of a stuck between a rock and a hard place with this car. Like, it'd be nice if I can sort myself out and I can potentially maybe get like an E91 or 92, an older model, and 30D or 325D in them areas, or even a 20D. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with 20 diesels or 18Ds, and just keep this for the weekend because I do love it. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But that's just my little update on the car. And you know, do supermarket fuels, lower grade octanes, do they cause issues with more performance based cars? I don't know. Drop in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think, and remember, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.